Hello and welcome to DIGSI 5 Tips and Tricks. My name is Klaus Wagner, and in this video I would like to show you how to change a setting of the CPROTEC 5 voltage controller function using a controllable and a display key. If we open the settings in the project tree, we see the function group voltage control 2 winding, which we get, for example, using the predefined application template, or we set up the structure using the elements of the library. In the settings editor for the voltage controller, we see a setting which allows us to change the operate mode from manual to automatic and vice versa. Another more dynamic possibility to change the operation mode is via the so-called controllables. We see the respective controllable in the information routing matrix. If we open this function block here, operating mode, and if we click on this symbol, we see the possible states, manual and automatic or auto. The controllables can be used in parallel to the settings. That means if a controllable is set, the original value of the setting is replaced by the controllable's value. Such a controllable can be changed via the 61850 protocol or also in the CFC. As a third possibility, we can assign directly this controllable to a function key, for example the key number 3. So here is the operating mode, the signal, here is the column for the function keys, and in that way I can assign it to the function key 3. I select toggle. That means when I press once the button, I switch over the state. When I press it again, I switch back to the original state. Alternatively, there is auto or manual. In that case, I can switch only to auto. Then I need a second function key. So in order to save function keys, I use the toggle here. CPROTEC 5 has 8 freely assignable function keys. So one might search for an alternative to function keys, and this is creating a key on the display, which we assign to the controllable. For this, I use the standard display page for voltage control, which we get from the application template. Of course, one is free to create a new display page for this. In the first step, we create a symbol which we can select via the control keys on the front panel later. Clicking on the first symbol here. The symbol editor opens and we select 2 states instead of 4 because we have only 2 possible settings for the operation mode. For each state we can insert a symbol. In our case I simply will draw the letters M and A for manual and automatic mode. So these fields here. So here is the A for the off mode and the M for the on mode or on state. If we want to indicate the state to which we want to switch, we must use the A for the off state and M for the on state. We click OK and come back to the display editor where we see our symbol. In the last step, we must make this symbol dynamical by simply dragging the controllable from the signal catalog onto the symbol. So there's the signal catalog, and here in this function voltage control we see our operating mode, which we now drag and drop onto the symbol, which then, if the link is successful, becomes green. Furthermore, we can see which of the signals is connected to the symbol by having a look into the properties. Here under signal path, go up a little bit more, we see the path of the signal which is connected to the symbol. Fine-tuning this display page could bring us to this final view here. I inserted the operating mode, so I take the controllable, put it in to show the current status, auto or manual. Then I placed our dynamic symbol here and put a static text in front of it, change operating mode to. Then I see which is the new state when I activate this symbol here. Since the display key uses the same mechanism as the control function for a circuit breaker or disconnector, so for the control on the keypad, we have to enter confirmation ID before we can change the operating mode. If we do not want this, we can go to the editor Operation Safety and Access Control, which is here under the folder Safety and Security, and remove here the tag for switching process, which is the normal switching regarding the interlocking, whereas here I overwrite the interlocking. Besides, if you are a little bit annoyed by entering the confirmation ID always when you download a configuration into the relay, you can remove this tag here for the settings operation. So in that way, when you download the configuration from the DIGSI into the relay, you won't be asked anymore to enter the confirmation ID. Here with this small simulation, I would like to show you how you change the operating mode via the keypad now. When the CPROTEC 5 device runs up, then the switching authority is remote, indicated by this LED here. If we want to control via the front keypad, we must bring the switching authority to local. How to do this without key switches I show in another video. I use the function key 8 to toggle the switching authority here. And in this way, I change now to local. And we see now the LED 17 is on. To enter the control mode now from the keypad, we press the yellow control button once. Then we can make all the switching actions we like. In our case, it is just to switch from manual to auto, and the switching element is already selected because it's the only one on this screen here. When we press switch, then we get the selection, the options, and we select auto. And confirming this, then we see here we are in auto, also indicated by this LED here. And to go back, we can do it in the same way. So we press switch, select manual, press OK, confirm, and then we are in the manual operating mode again. If we go back to the DIGSI matrix, then we see here for the controllable operating mode that manual stands in the first position, which is always equivalent to off, and auto stands at the second position, which is always equivalent to on, to the on position. This means that if we want to go to auto directly, I can press here the on key and confirm. Then I switch directly to auto, and also the other way back. If I want to go to off, then I switch to off or manual. Then I'm in the manual operating mode again. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
Siemens, ingenuity for life.